Marriage is a beautiful journey, but sometimes even the closest partners miss the little things that matter most. Have you ever wondered what married women truly desire deep down? It's not about grand gestures or expensive gifts. It's something far simpler, yet incredibly powerful. In this series, we'll uncover the hidden desires of married women that most men never see coming. From emotional connection to the small, everyday moments that make her feel valued, we'll explore how understanding these desires can transform your relationship. Marriage is often described as a partnership built on love, trust, and understanding. Yet, even in the most loving relationships, there are hidden desires that often go unnoticed. These desires aren't about material possessions or grand romantic gestures. Instead, they are rooted in the emotional and psychological needs that every woman harbors but rarely expresses openly. In this series, we will delve deep into these hidden desires, uncovering what married women truly crave and how men can fulfill these needs to create a stronger, more fulfilling relationship. The power of emotional connection. Understanding emotional needs. Women often seek emotional intimacy more than physical intimacy. The importance of feeling heard and understood. How small gestures of empathy can make a big difference. Communication is key. The role of open and honest communication in building trust. How to listen actively and respond empathetically. Common communication pitfalls and how to avoid them. Creating emotional safety. Why emotional safety is crucial for a healthy relationship. How to create an environment where she feels safe to express herself. The impact of emotional safety on long-term relationship satisfaction. The little things that matter. The magic of small gestures. How small, everyday actions can have a big impact. Examples of small gestures that make her feel loved and appreciated. The science behind why small gestures matter. Quality, time over quantity. The importance of spending quality time together. How to make the most of the time you have. Creative ways to spend quality time, even with a busy schedule. Acts of service. How helping out with daily chores can show love and care. The psychological benefits of acts of service. Balancing acts of service with other forms of affection. The role of appreciation and validation. The power of appreciation. Why expressing gratitude is essential in a marriage. How to show appreciation in meaningful ways. The impact of appreciation on relationship satisfaction. Validation and affirmation. The importance of validating her feelings and experiences. How to offer genuine affirmations that boost her self-esteem. The role of validation in resolving conflicts and building trust. Celebrating her uniqueness. Recognizing and celebrating her individual strengths and qualities. How to make her feel special and valued for who she is. The long-term benefits of celebrating her uniqueness. Building a future together. Shared goals and dreams. The importance of having shared goals and dreams. How to align your visions for the future. The role of teamwork in achieving common objectives. Supporting her ambitions. How to support her personal and professional ambitions. The impact of encouragement and support on her confidence. Balancing individual ambitions with shared responsibilities. Growing together. The importance of continuous growth and learning in a relationship. How to grow together as a couple. The role of adaptability and resilience in a lasting marriage. Conclusion. Understanding and fulfilling the hidden desires of married women can transform your relationship in profound ways. By focusing on emotional connection, small gestures, appreciation, and shared goals, you can create a deeper, more meaningful bond with your partner. Marriage is a beautiful journey, but sometimes even the closest partners. The role of physical intimacy. Understanding physical needs. Physical intimacy is a cornerstone of any romantic relationship, but it's often misunderstood. For many women, physical intimacy is not just about sex, it's about feeling connected, cherished, and valued. Physical touch, whether it's holding hands, a warm hug, or a gentle caress, can communicate love and affection in ways words cannot. Understanding her physical needs means recognizing that these small gestures of touch can strengthen the emotional bond between you. Moreover, physical intimacy is deeply tied to emotional intimacy. When a woman feels emotionally connected, she is more likely to desire physical closeness. This connection is built through consistent communication, empathy, and mutual respect. It's important to remember that physical intimacy is a two-way street. It's about giving and receiving affection in a way that makes both partners feel loved and appreciated. Communication about intimacy. One of the biggest challenges in any relationship is discussing physical intimacy openly. Many couples shy away from these conversations, fearing awkwardness or judgment. However, open communication about intimacy is crucial for a healthy relationship. It allows both partners to express their needs, desires, and boundaries without fear of rejection or misunderstanding. To foster this kind of communication, create a safe space where both of you feel comfortable sharing your thoughts. Start by expressing your own feelings and desires and encourage her to do the same. Use I statements to avoid sounding accusatory, such as, "I feel closer to you when we cuddle," instead of "you never touch me." This approach helps to keep the conversation positive and constructive. Additionally, mutual consent and comfort are key components of physical intimacy. Always ensure that both partners are on the same page and respect each other's boundaries. If there are any concerns or discomfort, address them with empathy and understanding. Remember, the goal is to create a fulfilling and enjoyable experience for both of you. Keeping the spark alive. Over time, the initial spark in a relationship can fade, but that doesn't mean the passion has to disappear. Keeping the spark alive requires effort, creativity, and a willingness to try new things. One way to maintain physical intimacy is by introducing spontaneity and variety into your relationship. Surprise her with a spontaneous date night, a weekend getaway, or even a simple gesture like a love note. Another important aspect is to prioritize physical affection outside of the bedroom. Small acts of touch like holding hands, giving her a massage, or cuddling on the couch can keep the connection strong. These gestures show her that you value her not just for physical intimacy, but for the emotional bond you share. The role of physical intimacy. Understand it's also essential to balance physical intimacy with other aspects of your relationship. While physical closeness is important, it shouldn't overshadow emotional connection, communication, and shared experiences. By maintaining this balance, you can create a relationship that is both physically and emotionally fulfilling. The importance of emotional support, being her safe haven. Emotional support is one of the most significant needs for married women. In a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, she looks to her partner to be her safe haven, a place where she can feel secure, understood, and valued. Being her safe haven means providing a listening ear, offering comfort during tough times, and showing empathy when she's struggling. To be her safe haven, start by being present. Put away distractions like your phone or work, and give her your full attention when she's talking. Listen actively, which means not just hearing her words, but understanding the emotions behind them. Reflect back what she's saying to show that you truly understand, such as, "It sounds like you're feeling really stressed about work." Empathy is another crucial component of emotional support. Try to put yourself in her shoes and see things from her perspective. Even if you don't have all the answers, simply acknowledging her feelings and offering a shoulder to lean on can make a world of difference. Remember, being her safe haven isn't about fixing her problems. It's about being there for her, no matter what. Handling conflicts with care. Conflicts are inevitable in any relationship, but how you handle them can make or break the emotional connection. When disagreements arise, it's important to approach them with care and respect. Avoid blaming or criticizing her, as this can escalate the situation and damage the trust between you. Instead, focus on finding a solution that works for both of you. One effective strategy is to use I statements instead of you statements. For example, say, "I feel hurt when we don't spend time together," instead of "you never make time for me." This approach helps to keep the conversation focused on your feelings rather than placing blame. Another key aspect of handling conflicts is staying calm and composed. It's easy to let emotions take over, but taking a step back and breathing deeply can help you approach the situation more rationally. If the conversation becomes too heated, it's okay to take a break and revisit it later when both of you are calmer. Ultimately, the goal is to resolve conflicts in a way that strengthens the relationship rather than weakening it. By handling disagreements with care and respect, you can build a stronger emotional connection and create a more harmonious partnership. Celebrating her wins. Celebrating her achievements, no matter how big or small, is a powerful way to show your support and appreciation. Whether it's a promotion at work, a personal milestone, or even just getting through a tough day, acknowledging her wins can boost her confidence and strengthen your bond. To celebrate her wins, start by paying attention to the things that matter to her. If she's been working hard on a project, congratulate her on her progress. If she's achieved a personal goal, like running a marathon or learning a new skill, celebrate her accomplishment with a special gesture, like a dinner out or a heartfelt note. It's also essential to balance physical intimacy with other aspects. The key is to make her feel seen and valued. Even small gestures like a high five or a proud smile can go a long way in showing your support. By celebrating her wins, you're not just acknowledging her achievements, you're also reinforcing the idea that you're her biggest cheerleader and that you believe in her. The power of surprise and spontaneity. Keeping the relationship exciting. Surprises and spontaneity are essential ingredients for keeping a relationship exciting and fresh. Over time, routines can become predictable, and the initial excitement of the relationship can fade. However, by introducing surprises and spontaneous gestures, you can reignite the spark and keep the relationship vibrant. Surprises don't have to be grand or expensive. Sometimes, the simplest gestures can have the biggest impact. For example, surprise her with her favorite coffee in the morning, leave a sweet note in her bag, or plan a spontaneous date night. These small acts of thoughtfulness show her that you're thinking about her and that you value the relationship. The psychological benefits of spontaneity are also worth noting. Surprises trigger the release of dopamine, the feel-good hormone, which can create a sense of excitement and happiness. By incorporating spontaneity into your relationship, you can create positive experiences that strengthen your bond and keep the relationship dynamic. Planning memorable moments. While spontaneity is important, planning memorable moments can also have a significant impact on your relationship. These moments don't have to be elaborate, they just need to be thoughtful and meaningful. For example, plan a weekend getaway to a place she's always wanted to visit, or recreate your first date to remind her of the early days of your relationship. The key to planning memorable moments is to focus on her preferences and interests. Think about what she enjoys and what would make her feel special, whether it's a romantic dinner at home, a surprise party with her closest friends, or a simple picnic in the park. The effort you put into planning these moments will show her how much you care. Balancing planned surprises with everyday spontaneity is also important. While planned moments can create lasting memories, spontaneous gestures keep the relationship exciting and unpredictable. By combining both, you can create a relationship that is both stable and dynamic. The element of mystery. Maintaining a sense of mystery in a relationship can keep the excitement alive. While it's important to be open and honest with your partner, a little unpredictability can add an element of intrigue and keep the relationship fresh. One way to maintain mystery is by surprising her with new experiences or activities. For example, take up a new hobby together, like dancing or cooking classes, or plan a surprise trip to a place she's never been. These new experiences can create a sense of adventure and keep the relationship exciting. Another way to maintain mystery is by keeping some aspects of your life private. While it's important to share your thoughts and feelings, maintaining a sense of independence and individuality can make the relationship more interesting. This doesn't mean being secretive, it simply means allowing her to discover new things about you over time. The element of mystery can also be maintained through small, unexpected gestures. For example, send her a flirty text during the day, or surprise her with a thoughtful gift out of the blue. These gestures keep the relationship dynamic and show her that you're always thinking about her. Building trust and security. The foundation of trust. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. Without trust, it's difficult to build emotional intimacy, communicate openly, or feel secure in the relationship. Building trust requires honesty, transparency, and consistency. To build trust, start by being honest and open with your partner. Share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences and encourage her to do the same. Avoid keeping secrets or hiding important information, as this can erode trust over time. The key is to make her feel seen and valued. Even small transparency is also crucial for building trust. Be open about your intentions, actions, and decisions, and make sure that your words align with your actions. If you say you're going to do something, follow through on your promise. This consistency helps to build a sense of reliability and trustworthiness. Trust is also built through small, everyday actions. For example, being punctual, keeping your promises, and showing up when she needs you are all ways to demonstrate your reliability. Over time, these actions create a strong foundation of trust that can withstand challenges and conflicts, creating a secure environment. A secure environment is essential for a healthy relationship. When a woman feels secure, she is more likely to open up, express her feelings, and trust her partner. Creating a secure environment involves being consistent, reliable, and emotionally available. Consistency is key to creating a secure environment. This means being predictable in your actions and behaviors so she knows what to expect from you. For example, if you say you're going to call her at a certain time, make sure you follow through. This consistency helps to build a sense of stability and security in the relationship. Emotional availability is also important for creating a secure environment. This means being present and attentive when she needs you and showing empathy and understanding when she's going through a tough time. By being emotionally available, you create a safe space where she feels comfortable sharing her thoughts and feelings. A secure environment also involves creating a sense of partnership and teamwork. This means working together to solve problems, make decisions, and support each other's goals. By creating a sense of unity and collaboration, you can build a relationship that feels secure and stable. Rebuilding trust after a breach. Trust can be fragile, and once it's broken, it can be challenging to rebuild. However, with effort, patience, and commitment, it's possible to restore trust and strengthen the relationship. The first step in rebuilding trust is to take responsibility for your actions. If you've made a mistake, acknowledge it and apologize sincerely. Avoid making excuses or blaming others, as this can further damage trust. Instead, take ownership of your actions and show that you're committed to making things right. Next, be transparent and open about your intentions and actions. If trust has been broken due to dishonesty or secrecy, it's important to be completely honest moving forward. Share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences openly and encourage her to do the same. Rebuilding trust also requires consistency and reliability. Follow through on your promises, be punctual, and show up when she needs you. Over time, these consistent actions can help to rebuild a sense of trust and security in the relationship. Finally, be patient. Rebuilding trust takes time, and it's important to give her the space and time she needs to heal. Be understanding and empathetic, and show her that you're committed to the relationship and to the importance of emotional intimacy. Understanding emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy is the foundation of a deep and meaningful connection in any relationship. It's about sharing your innermost thoughts, feelings, and vulnerabilities with your partner. For many women, emotional intimacy is just as important, if not more so, than physical intimacy. It's what makes her feel truly seen, heard, and understood. To build emotional intimacy, start by creating a safe space where both of you feel comfortable sharing your thoughts and feelings. This means being open, non-judgmental, and empathetic. Encourage her to express herself and listen actively when she does. Show genuine interest in her experiences and emotions and validate her feelings by acknowledging them. Emotional intimacy also involves being vulnerable yourself. Share your own thoughts and feelings, even if they're difficult to express. This mutual vulnerability creates a deeper bond and fosters a sense of closeness. The role of communication in emotional intimacy. Communication is the key to building and maintaining emotional intimacy. It's not just about talking, it's about connecting on a deeper level. Effective communication involves active listening, empathy, and understanding. Active listening means giving your full attention to your partner when she's speaking. Avoid interrupting or thinking about your response while she's talking. Instead, focus on what she's saying and reflect back her words to show that you understand. For example, you might say, "It sounds like you're feeling really stressed about work, is that right?" The importance of emotional intimacy. Empathy is another crucial component of communication. Try to put yourself in her shoes and see things from her perspective. Even if you don't agree with her, acknowledging her feelings and showing understanding can go a long way in building emotional intimacy. Finally, be open and honest in your communication. Share your own thoughts and feelings and encourage her to do the same. This mutual openness creates a sense of trust and connection that strengthens the emotional bond between you. Building emotional intimacy over time. Emotional intimacy is not something that happens overnight. It's built over time through consistent effort and attention. One way to build emotional intimacy is by spending quality time together. This means setting aside time to connect without distractions, like phones or work. Another way to build emotional intimacy is by showing appreciation and gratitude. Express your gratitude for the things she does, no matter how small. This shows her that you value her and the effort she puts into the relationship. Finally, be patient and understanding. Building emotional intimacy takes time, and it's important to be patient as you work on strengthening your connection. Be willing to put in the effort, and remember that the rewards of a deep and meaningful relationship are well worth it. The power of small gestures. The impact of small gestures. Small gestures can have a big impact on a relationship. They show your partner that you're thinking about her and that you care. These gestures don't have to be grand or expensive. Sometimes, the simplest acts of kindness can make the biggest difference. For example, leaving a sweet note for her to find, bringing her favorite snack, or giving her a warm hug when she's feeling down are all small gestures that can make her feel loved and appreciated. These acts of kindness show her that you're paying attention to her needs and that you value her happiness. The impact of small gestures is often underestimated, but they can go a long way in strengthening the emotional bond between you. They create a sense of connection and intimacy that can't be achieved through grand gestures alone. Empathy is another crucial component of communication. Incorporating small gestures into daily life. Incorporating small gestures into your daily life is a simple yet effective way to show your love and appreciation. Start by paying attention to the little things that make her happy. Does she have a favorite coffee? Surprise her with it in the morning. Does she love a particular flower? Bring her a bouquet just because. Another way to incorporate small gestures is by being thoughtful and considerate. For example, if she's had a long day, offer to take care of dinner or give her a relaxing massage. These small acts of kindness show her that you're thinking about her well-being and that you care about her comfort. Finally, be consistent with your small gestures. It's not about doing something big once in a while. It's about consistently showing your love and appreciation through small, thoughtful actions. Over time, these gestures create a sense of connection and intimacy that strengthens your relationship. The long-term benefits of small gestures. The long-term benefits of small gestures are significant. They create a sense of connection and intimacy that can't be achieved through grand gestures alone. Over time, these small acts of kindness build a strong foundation of love and appreciation that strengthens the relationship. Small gestures also create a positive cycle of giving and receiving. When you show your love and appreciation through small gestures, she's more likely to reciprocate. This mutual exchange of kindness and thoughtfulness creates a sense of partnership and teamwork that strengthens the relationship. Finally, small gestures help to keep the relationship fresh and exciting. They show your partner that you're always thinking about her and that you value her happiness. This sense of connection and appreciation keeps the relationship vibrant and fulfilling over the long term. Incorporating the role of appreciation and validation. The power of appreciation. Appreciation is a powerful tool in any relationship. It shows your partner that you value her and the effort she puts into the relationship. Expressing appreciation can be as simple as saying thank you for the things she does, no matter how small. The impact of appreciation is significant. It creates a sense of connection and intimacy that strengthens the relationship. When you show your appreciation, you're acknowledging her efforts and showing her that you value her contributions. This sense of validation and recognition fosters a deeper emotional bond. To show your appreciation, start by paying attention to the things she does for you, whether it's cooking dinner, taking care of the kids, or simply being there for her. You express your gratitude for her efforts. A simple thank you or a heartfelt note can go a long way in showing your appreciation. The importance of validation. Validation is another crucial component of a healthy relationship. It's about acknowledging and accepting your partner's feelings and experiences. When you validate her feelings, you're showing her that you understand and respect her emotions. Validation involves active listening and empathy. When she shares her thoughts and feelings, listen actively and reflect back her words to show that you understand. For example, you might say, "It sounds like you're feeling really stressed about work. Is that right?" Validation also involves acknowledging her feelings without judgment. Even if you don't agree with her, it's important to show that you respect her emotions. This sense of validation creates a safe space where she feels comfortable sharing her thoughts and feelings. The role of appreciation and validation. Celebrating her uniqueness. Celebrating her uniqueness is another way to show your appreciation and validation. It's about recognizing and celebrating her individual strengths and qualities. When you celebrate her uniqueness, you're showing her that you value her for who she is, not just for what she does. To celebrate her uniqueness, start by paying attention to the things that make her special. What are her strengths? What are her passions? What makes her unique? Acknowledge these qualities and celebrate them. Another way to celebrate her uniqueness is by supporting her goals and dreams. Encourage her to pursue her passions and celebrate her achievements. This sense of support and encouragement shows her that you value her individuality and that you're her biggest cheerleader. Building a future together. Shared goals and dreams. Shared goals and dreams are essential for a strong and lasting relationship. They create a sense of partnership and teamwork that strengthens the bond between you. When you have shared goals, you're working together towards a common future, which fosters a sense of unity and collaboration. To create shared goals, start by discussing your individual goals and dreams. What do you both want to achieve in life? What are your passions and aspirations? Find common ground and create goals that you can work towards together. Shared goals can be anything from financial goals like saving for a house to personal goals like traveling the world or starting a family. The key is to find goals that you're both passionate about and that align with your values and priorities. Supporting her ambitions. Supporting her ambitions is another way to build a strong and lasting relationship. It's about encouraging her to pursue her passions and goals and being there to support her along the way. To support her ambitions, start by showing interest in her goals and dreams. Ask her about her passions and aspirations and encourage her to pursue them. Be her biggest cheerleader and celebrate her achievements, no matter how big or small. Supporting her ambitions also involves being there for her when she faces challenges. Offer your support and encouragement and help her find solutions to any obstacles she encounters. This sense of support and encouragement shows her that you believe in her and that you're there to help her achieve her dreams. Growing together. Growing together is essential for a strong and lasting relationship. It's about continuously learning and evolving as individuals and as a couple. When you grow together, you're creating a relationship that is dynamic and fulfilling. To grow together, start by being open to new experiences and challenges. Try new things together, like taking up a new hobby or traveling to a new place. These new experiences create a sense of adventure and excitement that keeps the relationship fresh and vibrant. Growing together also involves being open to change and adaptation. As individuals, you'll both grow and change over time, and it's important to embrace these changes and adapt to them. Be willing to learn and grow together and support each other as you navigate the ups and downs of life. Finally, growing together involves continuous communication and connection. Keep the lines of communication open and make an effort to connect on a deeper level. By growing together, you're creating a relationship that is strong, resilient, and fulfilling. Celebrating her uniqueness. Celebrating her uniqueness is another way